how did we grow with each other as we were working? Gosh, Ari, we were never really uh, in the same house much. When we were in our 20s, he's a former police officer, so his hours were way different from mine. I was getting my graduate program when we first got married. I was traveling for work, so we never really synced up, other than maybe let's meet to go skiing in Denver or something. And we fit in the travel when we could, and we never had concerns about being apart. I'm just definitely not a jealous type, and neither is he, which is a good thing. But when our kids were young, we also had a business. I didn't share that with you. We dropped it over 10 years ago. Again, we were never really in the same house, even though we had two young kids. He's busy with the business. I'm busy juggling a job, a career, and two young kids in diapers. And he would take the night shift or the day shift, depending on which or whatever. But we never had a concern about our marriage because we always focused on the kids. Even though, yeah, we had professional goals, we always focused on the kids. Yes, our marriage and our personal life and our vacation definitely was dropped at the wayside. And it was challenging. Of course it is when you don't have time for yourself, let alone sleep. What's a vacation, right? But I think as time grew on, as kids matured, as I pulled myself away from my career, it just gave us more of a breathing room. And definitely, since I've stopped working, Ben was actually very concerned when I decided I'm not going back to work. I literally told him, I said, I'm not going to find work. I'm not going back to work. So don't expect me to move too far from this sofa.
Yeah, yeah.
We literally had those conversations, and I'm sure he thought I was odd because I'm not normally like that. But I came to an epiphany. I just said, no, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm not worried about the financials anymore. I was stressed before in our 40s, but I'm not. So it's kind of nice not to have that stress.